and 1 month passes by. All the 3 directions come back. North, east, west, they come back and they report that they couldn't find Sita. Now, the fourth search party, we will see where they are. So they have looked into the nooks and corners and every mountain tops and valleys and everything of Vindhya. And 1 month passes by just in figuring out ways in Vindhya. Vindhya is a huge mountain peak, right? Huge mountainous area. So after that 1 month, they unintentionally or they somehow fall into a cave that is like a black hole. Black hole meaning there is no ending and beginning to it. They fall into that and they cannot find their way out. They are struggling in that cave for so long and they cannot find where they are. They lose their hope. And finally they find a lady called Swayamprabha, and she helps them. She gives them, and they're extremely tired and hungry also. So she helps them with food and everything, and then once they are settled down, she shows them way out of that particular black hole, and they come out of the black hole. After they come out, they feel very, their morale is totally down. One day they all sit and think, okay, there is no way that we can find Sita, and if we go back to Kishkinda, Sugriva is sure to kill us, and we have passed this 1 month. The time duration, whatever was given to us, we are past that. So what do we do now? And the cave what they entered, right? That cave is also very rich. It has so much of vegetation, it has so much of huge buildings and everything it has. It is very rich actually. And it belongs to some demon called Maya. That is what they learn. So Angada, no, not Angada. Yeah.
It wasn't Maya the demon who was.
Yeah, but she doesn't harm. But she doesn't harm people just like that for nothing. She's kind of demon, but not that kind of ferocious. She's okay. And Swayamprabha is a helper for that demon. You can sit there. It's okay. So Swayamprabha helps them. So somebody, I think it is Tara who says, see, anyways we'll be killed if you go back to Kishkinda. There's no point in going to Kishkinda and getting killed. There is no hope of finding Sita. So let us go back to that the black hole cave, and you can rule us, and we will be there. We will live there for the rest of our lives. That is what Tara says. Because these are all human beings and they go ups and downs, right? Sometimes you feel motivated, you find, at some point of time you don't find light at the end of the tunnel, and you'll be like, how much ever I try, it is going to be like this. Nothing is going to change. It's okay, I'll live with this. They become complacent.
Black hole forever?
It's a cave. Black hole meaning not the actual black hole. It is a cave which is very difficult to come out of. You remember how Dundubi entered the cave and Vali entered the cave and they couldn't come out of it. They didn't come out of it for such a long time. So the caves are also very dangerous actually. If you read about caves, it's very difficult to come out of them sometimes. They're huge. They're spread for kilometers and kilometers. It's very difficult to come out of them. So there is a whole kingdom in the cave. So he says, Tara says, you rule us. You are our prince. You rule us. You make this your kingdom. There is no way that your uncle is going to find us. We will stay here. So everybody's mind is going in so many different directions, and they are not able to think straight at this moment. Then Hanuman comes. Then Hanuman steps in. Hanuman puts Angada in the right direction. He says, there is no way that it is going to happen. Think about, and he doesn't talk about ethics. He talks about the practical problems of what they are talking about. Because the minute he talks about ethics, it's only going to stick around for like 5-10 minutes. People will say, you will say 100 different things. Nothing is going to work. But if you talk about the practical problems in the proposed solution or proposed activity, that is when people are going to listen, right? Then he says, do you think this plan is going to work out, Angada? First of all, your uncle, paternal uncle, he knows so much about the world. It's not going to be a difficult task for him to find out where you are living. And the minute he finds out this and he figures out that you are dishonest, he's not going to spare you. There is probably a hope if you go back to Kishkinda and fall at his feet, he might excuse you. That's still a possibility. But if he gets to know that you are being dishonest, there is no way that you can live. He'll kill you for sure. And these monkeys, do you think they are going to be content and happy for the rest of their lives living behind their own families, wives and sons? No, they are not. Within no time, they will start cribbing and crying and being discontent that, oh my God, my family is behind, my father is behind, my son is behind, I'm here, I'm stuck here. So that kind of discontent is gonna haunt them for the rest of their lives. This is not workable solution. This is not going to happen. It's okay. Rather be honest. Rather be honest. And these are the words that Hanuman says. And when Hanuman says that, Angada finds a lot of sense in that. Then Angada says, okay, fine, I cannot find Sita. There is no way that I can find Sita. I understood that already. Now, all that I'm going to do is, I'm going to fast until death. He says he wants to die. He will die. Because Angada doesn't want to go back to Kishkinda empty-handed. Because they didn't even finish their search, right? They didn't even go to all the places that his father or his uncle suggested them to go. So, and they're past the time. They're past that 1 month time frame. He says, I will fast until death. And then he sits on to fast. All the rest of the monkeys, they are just wondering what to do. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows what the next course of action should be. They are tired, they are hungry, they have no hope. They're worried. They don't know. And then just then, a huge eagle bird comes out of its cave. And he sees all those monkeys and he thinks, this is very nice. I'm going to have a feast on them. I'm going to kill them one a day and then I'm going to feast on them. That is what this eagle thinks. And who's that eagle? Do you know? Any guesses? You have heard about one eagle already in the story. Jatayu. This eagle is brother of Jatayu. His name is Sampati. What? That's what you were saying?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
That's what I was gonna say.
You were gonna say? Okay. Okay, and his name is Sampati. Then Sampati comes and he says, I will feast upon these guys. That is what he says. And Angada says, look at our plight. We set off in search of Sita, and Jatayu was so helpful. There was one bird called Jatayu who was helpful, and now this bird is killing us, ready to kill us. Jatayu got killed while trying to save Sita. We are not even able to find Sita, let alone fighting or let alone doing anything for her. We are not even able to find Sita. The minute Sampati hears about Jatayu and Jatayu being killed, then Sampati forgets about eating these monkeys. He comes to them and says, oh, what happened to Jatayu? He is my brother. What happened to him? Was he killed? How was he killed? And he's all curious to know about that. And then these people explain, these people tell the entire story, why they are.
How would he not know of his own brother's death?
There were no telephones.
Oh yeah, that's actually right. Never mind.
So Sampati is very sad now. Sampati has just learned about his younger brother's life being taken away by Ravana, and he is extremely sad. And these people tell the entire story, that why they are there in that area, searching for who, so on and so forth. And then Sampati says, I know where Lanka is. I can guide you to Lanka, to the city of Lanka, because I have when I was young and I had mighty wings, I used to fly, and I saw the shores of that city Lanka, that beautiful city Lanka, and that city is under the rule of Ravana. And that city actually belongs to Kubera, and this guy took over from him. And I have also seen Sita being taken away by Ravana in his Vimana. I have seen that, and Sita was wearing, and he gives the description of Sita, what he was wearing, how she was looking, and how she was screaming for Rama and Lakshmana and for their help. And he also tells that she was throwing all those jewels, some of her jewels. He says all that. And he says, yeah, I know this guy Ravana. I didn't know that he had just killed my brother Jatayu at that point of time. So he recounts all those events that had happened. And then he tells them, go in this direction, they are in the southwestern part now. Go towards the south, you will see this ocean. You have to cross, somehow you have to figure out and cross the ocean. You have to cross the ocean, which is 100 yojana, and reach the other shore. There, I'm certain that you will find Sita. I'm almost certain, I know for the fact that Sita is there. You just go there. But all the challenging part is you need to fly the ocean. You need to somehow cross the ocean. You need to figure that part out. And then there's a huge story about how Sampati lived, what happened to him, what happened to his wings and all that. I'm not going to get into the details.
Oh, he didn't have his wing. That's the reason he could not help them to go across it and confirm.
Yeah, he doesn't have wings. It's a weird, it's a long story, and I'm not really going into those details
the
because
whole question was why didn't he help it by going there when he's a bird and can fly?
Yeah. And flying itself is not enough. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why when we really talk about the conversations that happen between all these vanaras. Yes.
Because the ocean is too long and the bird needs to rest.
But bird needs to rest, but that's not the only reason. It's not just about going to Lanka. It's about, we'll get there. I'll tell you what is the task Hanuman had. Okay, Hanuman has to accomplish. Now they reach that point, the shores. Okay, now all these people are very happy now. All the Vanaras are very happy because they found another clue, right? They're going one step towards their task, their end goal. So they are very happy now. Now they are going. They go to the shores of this ocean, and they look at the ocean, and now their morale is again down because they are not able to see the shore on the other end. The ocean is so huge that they are not able to see the other end of the shore. They are on the northern shore of the Southern Ocean. They call this a Southern Ocean. This entire ocean, they are calling it a Southern Ocean. It did not have a name back then.
Oh, the Indian Ocean?
What?
Oh, the Indian Ocean?
The Indian Ocean is what they are referring to. Yeah, Southern Ocean is what they are calling. So they are on the northern shores of Southern Ocean, meaning they are somewhere in the northern shores. This is the Southern Ocean, right? And in the Ramayana they also mentioned that a couple of times that they are in the southwestern direction. Southwestern is this direction, not this direction. That is another indication that it is not the currently Sri Lanka. That's what people say. So they are in the southern western side. Okay. Now they are confused. Like who's gonna jump the ocean? Sure, all these guys are strong and they can jump and all that, but who can jump the ocean? Yeah, Hanuman, but that answer was not easy for them, right? It's Hanuman. It's a difficult task for anybody. So the answer did not come very easily. So Angada asks all of the monkeys, tell me how long you can jump. Tell me how much of leap you can take. One of them says I can take 10 yojanas. One of them says 20 yojanas. One of them says 30. The other says 40. But nobody is actually saying 100. And then Jambavanta starts talking. And what?
99.
No. He says I can go 100, but I cannot come back. So it's not enough if somebody goes there. Somebody has to also come back, right?
And confirm that
it is 200 yojanas. One way, 100. They have to come back. That is another 100. So Jambavanta says, when I was young, if I were young, I would have been able to do it. Yeah.
Wait, then why did Sugriva send elders to?
No, they are experienced people. They have seen world so much that in case of any kind of troubles, they'll be able to give the solutions. It's not just about the physical strength, right? They should also be mature enough to address a problem. That is why he also sent Jambavanta. And Jambavanta is the one who proposes the name of Hanuman. Hanuman is the one who can do this. Hanuman is the one who can go and fly these 100 yojanas easily. So, and then they all approach Hanuman, and they tell Hanuman that you are the only person who is able to. And Hanuman at that point of time is sitting all by himself in another corner, and he is very comfortable sitting there. So why is he comfortable sitting there? Some of the explanation that I have read is Hanuman has already made up his mind to go. Hanuman knows that all the other monkeys are not going, not because they are physically incapable of doing so. All those people are strong enough to do that, but they are worried about going to Lanka and facing Ravana. They are worried about it. Yeah.
Okay, so
they're scared.
For example, if Hanuman knew, why didn't he just say that so they wouldn't have wasted 2 days of time?
No, he's not wasting. He's just sitting there and contemplating how he can achieve that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's not easy. It needs a lot of planning. He is away from the crowd because he wanted that calmness. He wanted to stay quiet so that he can think properly. So everybody comes to him and everybody tells him reminds him of his strength. And they remind him when he was young, he tried to reach the sun. And how much he flew. He went up to so many yojanas. So you are the one who is capable and you can do it. That is what he said. Everybody says. And in Hanuman's mind also, he knows that he's the one who's going to go. In any case, he has to go. If there is another monkey that is volunteering, okay, I will go. Then he has to accompany them because Rama gave the ring to Hanuman, indicating that Hanuman has to go. Hanuman doesn't have a choice. There is no choice left with Hanuman. Hanuman has to go. The question is whether I'm going alone or whether I'm accompanied by any other monkey. That was the question Hanuman was having. Then Hanuman decides to go. And everybody is elated, everybody is happy. Jambavan also gives his consent that okay, Hanuman is the only person who can do it. And next thing what Hanuman does is very interesting. It is written in Ramayana, Valmiki writes that Hanuman has grown in his physical appearance. Like huge, he becomes huge. He has become so tall, he has become so big, like a mountain he looks at that moment. So should we really think the physical height and weight or personality, physical features of Hanuman have grown? Or does it really mean that the determination of Hanuman has grown so much that he's very well determined to go to the other sides of the ocean? So you can look at it in two different ways. And then from here, I think this famous poem comes, not poem, slokam comes. Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam Buddhimatam Varishtam. Have you heard that? You haven't? Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam Buddhimatam Varishtam. Marutatulya Vegam means he has set his mind and he's so determined to fly at the speed of the air. Marutam means air, wind. He's set to fly at that speed. And then what's the third line? Buddhimatam Varishtam. Vatatmajam Vanarayudha Mukhyam. Vatatmajam means Vatatmajam Vanarayudha Mukhyam. Sri Ramadutam Saranam Prapatya or Sirasanam? Rendu chusanam. Yeah, so that is the determination of Hanuman. So it's not that Hanuman has to go and come back. Hanuman has to go, meet with Sita, convince Sita or see how her whereabouts are and convince Sita that he is sent by Rama himself. Give assurance to Sita that we will come to take you back, give that assurance and understand the situation of Lanka, understand the strengths and weaknesses of the country so that they have to go back and plan for war. Right?
Seems like Lanka is a country.
Yeah, it's a Rajyam, it's a country. Ayodhya is also a country, like Kausali Desa is also a country. Desha means country.
Country?
Yeah. Ruled by that particular king. That's what it means. So now the thing is, he has to go to Lanka. He has to figure out where Sita is. He has to understand her situation because Rama will be very, very inclined to know the whereabouts of Sita, how she's doing, how she's is she eating properly or not? How is she? Is she healthy or not? All those things. And then he needs to assess the strengths and weaknesses of Ravana. He needs to look at the geographical location of this place, understand where their military bases are, so that they can go back, plan for the war and then hit them. So now with this we are at the end of Kishkinda Kaanda. Next week we will be starting with Sundara Kaanda. Right? Kishkinda Kaanda, sampoornam today. Next week we will talk about Sundara Kaanda where Hanuman actually goes to Lanka. He understands the situation in Lanka. He meets with Sita and how Sita reacts and what happens next. Okay? Thank you, kids.